Are you ready to take a journey beyond the limits of our world and explore the vast and awe-inspiring beauty of the Milky Way galaxy? Buckle up and prepare for a breathtaking adventure through the stars as we take you on a stunning journey through the heart of our galaxy. From the swirling clouds of interstellar dust to the dazzling spectacle of supernovas and black holes, this video is a feast for the eyes and a tribute to the incredible complexity and majesty of the cosmos. So, are you ready to embark on the ultimate journey of discovery and exploration? Watch the video now and prepare to be amazed. What is the Milky Way? The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy around 13.6 billion years old with large pivoting arms stretching out across the cosmos. Our home galaxy's disk is about 100,000 light-years in diameter and just 1,000 light-years thick, according to Las Cumbres Observatory. Just as Earth orbits the Sun, the solar system orbits the center of the Milky Way. Despite hurtling through space at speeds of around 515,000 miles per hour, 828,000 km, our solar system takes approximately 250 million years to complete a single revolution. The last time our planet was in this position, dinosaurs were just emerging and mammals were yet to evolve. How can we catch a glimpse of Milky Way? On a clear night, void of light pollution, we can catch a glimpse of the bright lights of the galactic city streaking across the night sky. Our window into the universe, this milky white band of stars, dust and gas, is where our galaxy gets its name. Lying at the very heart of the Milky Way is a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A*, about 4 million times the mass of the Sun. This beast consumes anything that strays too close, gorging on an ample supply of stellar material, enabling it to grow into a giant. In 2022, we imaged this glutton at the core of our galaxy for the very first time, through an innovative technique allowing us to view the shadow of the black hole. Why is our galaxy called the Milky Way? According to the American Museum of Natural History, AMNH, our galactic home is called the Milky Way after its apparent milky white appearance as it stretches across the night sky. In Greek mythology, this milky band appeared because the goddess Hera sprayed milk across the sky. Around the world, the Milky Way is known by different names. For example, in China, it is called the Silver River, and in the Kalahari Desert in South Africa, it's called the Backbone of Night. Milky Way galaxy type and DA Great DEBAT of 1920. We are constantly building on our wealth of knowledge of the Milky Way, though up until relatively recently astronomers believed that all the stars in the sky belong to our galaxy. The Great Debate in 1920 saw astronomers Herbert Curtis and Harlow Shapley argue the scale of the universe and the prospect of island universes, galaxies, according to the National Academy of Sciences. On one side of the debate, Shapley believed the Milky Way was much larger than previous estimates and that we weren't at the center. He also claimed that spiral nebula, such as Andromeda, were a part of the Milky Way. On the other side of the debate, Curtis did not dispute Shapley's claims of a far larger Milky Way. He did, however, argue that there were large island universes, galaxies such as Andromeda, that lay beyond the boundaries of the Milky Way. The dispute was resolved when Edwin Hubble's measurements of Cepheid variable stars proved Andromeda was located far outside the Milky Way. Modern estimates suggest the Andromeda galaxy, our nearest galaxy neighbor, is 2.5 million light-years away. More recently, astronomers have been trying to figure out what type of galaxy the Milky Way is. Our best estimates these days suggest that it is a barred spiral, meaning that there is a bar structure across the center. Astronomers can estimate the shape of the Milky Way by looking at its population of stars, as well as their movements across the sky. The Milky Way size used to be notoriously difficult. Astronomers sometimes compare the effort to attempting to describe the size and structure of a forest while being lost in the middle of it. From our position on Earth, we simply lack an overview. But two groundbreaking space telescopes launched since the 1990s have helped usher in the golden age of Milky Way research. Major strides have been made, especially since the 2013 launch of the European Space Agency's ESA Gaia mission. Telescopes enabled astronomers to distinguish the basic shape and structure of some of the closest galaxies before they knew they were looking at galaxies. But reconstructing the shape and structure of our own galactic home was slow and tedious. The process involved building catalogs of stars, charting their positions in the sky, and determining how far from Earth they are. Dutch astronomer Jan Oort, sometimes dubbed the master of the galactic system, was the first to realize that the Milky Way isn't motionless but rotates, and he calculated speeds at which stars at various distances orbit around the galactic center. It also was Oort who determined the position of our Sun in the vast galaxy. The Oort cloud, a repository of trillions of comets far from the Sun, was named after him. At the center of the Milky Way sits a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A*. With a mass equal to that of 4 million suns, the black hole, discovered in 1974, can be observed in the sky with radio telescopes close to the constellation Sagittarius. Everything else in the galaxy revolves around this powerful gateway to nothingness. In its immediate surroundings is a tightly packed region of dust, gas and stars called the galactic bulge. In the case of the Milky Way, this bulge is peanut-shaped, measuring 10,000 light-years across, according to ESA. It harbors 10 billion stars, out of the Milky Way's total of about 200 billion. Mostly old red giants, which formed in the early stages of the galaxy's evolution. Sprinkled around the disk and the bulge are globular clusters, collections of ancient stars, as well as approximately 40 dwarf galaxies that are either orbiting or colliding with the larger Milky Way, according to a statement from ESA. All of that is surrounded by a spherical halo of dust and gas, which is twice as wide as the disk. Astronomers believe that the entire galaxy is embedded in an even larger halo of invisible dark matter. Since dark matter doesn't emit any light, its presence can only be inferred indirectly by its gravitational effects on the motions of stars in the galaxy. Calculations suggest that this puzzling stuff makes up to 90% of the galaxy's mass. The mass of the Milky Way, dark matter included, equals 1.5 trillion solar masses. Where is the Sun in the Milky Way? The Sun orbits about 26,000 light-years from the black hole Sagittarius A*, roughly in the middle of the galactic disk, traveling at the speed of 515,000 miles per hour, 828,000 kilometers per hour. The Sun takes 230 million years to complete a full orbit around the galactic center. The Sun sits near the edge of the local arm of the Milky Way, one of the two smaller spiral arms of the galaxy. In 2019, using data from the Gaia mission, astronomers found that the Sun is essentially surfing a wave of interstellar gas that's 9,000 light-years long, 400 light-years wide, and undulates 500 light-years above and below the galactic disk, according to ESA. Planets of the solar system do not orbit in the plane of the galaxy, but are tipped by about 63 degrees. The black hole in the Milky Way is called Sagittarius A*. The black hole is mostly dormant, which makes it very challenging to observe. Sagittarius A* has a mass 4.3 million times that of the Sun. Astronomers Reinhard Genzel and André Ghez discovered it in 2008. The approximate diameter is 14.6 million miles, 23.5 million kilometers. By comparison, the Milky Way itself is roughly 100,000 light-years wide and 1,000 light-years thick. A huge disk of gas around Sagittarius A* billows out as far as 5 to 30 light-years from the supermassive black hole. It is this huge but tenuous area of gas that gives a bit of material for Sagittarius A* activity. The region is known to emit X-rays due to feeding on the gas, or because of friction within the disk, as temperatures soar to as much as 18 million degrees Fahrenheit, 10 million degrees Celsius. Mapping the Milky Way's history. The evolution of the Milky Way began when clouds of gas and dust started collapsing, pushed together by gravity. First stars sprung up from the collapsed clouds, those that we see today in the globular clusters. The spherical halo emerged soon after, followed by the flat galactic disk. The galaxy started small and grew as the inescapable force of gravity pulled everything together. The galaxy's evolution is, however, still shrouded in mystery.